At its peak, Blockbuster was worth over $6 billion, had over 9,000 stores, and was renting movies to millions of families every weekend. It was a cultural icon, a Friday night ritual. But within a decade, it crumbled, from being the king of video rentals to a bankrupt relic, overtaken by a small startup called Netflix. So what really happened? How did one of the most dominant entertainment businesses in history collapse so quickly? This is the rise and fall of Blockbuster. The story of Blockbuster begins in 1985 in Dallas, Texas. It was the brainchild of David Cook, a software engineer who initially ran a company that provided tech services to the oil and gas industry. Cook saw an opportunity in the chaotic world of video rental stores. At the time, these were mostly small, mom-and-pop shops with limited selection, inconsistent organization, and poor inventory tracking. Cook used his software expertise to develop a computerized inventory system, allowing his stores to carry thousands of VHS tapes, organized neatly and tracked efficiently. It was a game changer. In October 1985, the first Blockbuster store opened with over 8,000 tapes, a massive selection for the time. Customers loved it. The stores were clean, well-lit, family-friendly, and fast. Word spread quickly. By 1987, Blockbuster had grown to 20 stores. Investors noticed. The company was soon sold to a group led by Wayne Huizinga, a billionaire entrepreneur best known for building Waste Management Inc. Huizinga had a vision to make Blockbuster the McDonald's of movie rentals. The company was opening a new store every 17 hours at one point, rapidly expanding across the U.S. and internationally. Blockbuster didn't just grow, it dominated. By the early 1990s, it had thousands of stores in more than a dozen countries. In 1994, Blockbuster was acquired by Viacom for $8.4 billion, one of the largest media deals of the decade. The brand became a household name. Renting a video from Blockbuster became a ritual. Walk the aisles, pick out a movie or game, maybe grab some candy or popcorn at checkout. By 2000, Blockbuster was generating over $5.9 billion in annual revenue. But cracks were already forming. In 2000, a small company called Netflix approached Blockbuster with a partnership offer. Netflix was still in its early days, a DVD by mail service founded by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph. They proposed that Blockbuster could buy Netflix for $50 million and run it as their online division. Blockbuster CEO at the time, John Antioco, laughed them out of the room. He didn't see the future in mailing DVDs, let alone streaming. Blockbuster's leadership believed customers enjoyed the in-store experience too much to abandon it. That decision, to ignore Netflix, would come back to haunt them. As Netflix grew, Blockbuster began to struggle with its identity. The company relied heavily on late fees, which generated nearly $800 million annually. But this revenue stream was a PR nightmare. Customers hated it. In 2004, under pressure from competitors, Blockbuster decided to eliminate late fees, a move that cost the company hundreds of millions, without bringing in enough new customers to offset the loss. Meanwhile, Netflix was growing fast. It had no physical stores, lower operating costs, and a loyal base of subscribers who loved the convenience of mail-order DVDs and later, streaming. Blockbuster tried to respond with its own online rental service, Blockbuster Online, in 2004. It was too little, too late. Netflix had already captured the early adopters. Blockbuster's brand, once its strength, was now a symbol of the past. During this critical time, Blockbuster's leadership was in turmoil. In 2005, Carl Icahn, a powerful activist investor, led a shareholder revolt and pushed out CEO John Antioco. Ironically, Antioco had started making smart moves, cutting late fees, investing in online strategy, even developing early video-on-demand concepts. But his vision required long-term investment, and the board, led by Icahn, wanted immediate profits. Antioco was replaced by Jim Keyes, the former CEO of 7-Eleven. Keyes shifted focus away from digital, doubling down on physical stores. It was a catastrophic mistake. In the late 2000s, the entertainment landscape shifted dramatically. Netflix launched streaming in 2007, allowing users to instantly watch movies online. No late fees, no returns, just convenience. Blockbuster couldn't keep up. Its digital efforts were scattered and underfunded. At the same time, Blockbuster was buried under over $1 billion in debt, much of it from its Viacom days and aggressive expansion strategy. In 2010, Blockbuster finally filed for bankruptcy. That same year, Netflix's market cap passed $10 billion. Blockbuster had lost. After bankruptcy, Dish Network bought Blockbuster's assets for just $320 million. They tried to revive the brand, launching Blockbuster On Demand and even a Blockbuster Movie Pass, but the momentum was gone. By 2013, most stores were closed. The streaming revolution had fully taken over. But one store refused to die. In Bend, Oregon, a single independently owned Blockbuster remains open to this day, run more as a nostalgic tourist attraction than a business. It has become a symbol, not just of the past, but of the fragility of success. So what really killed Blockbuster? It wasn't just Netflix. It wasn't just technology. It was hubris, the belief that being on top meant staying there. It was resistance to change, internal power struggles, short-term thinking, and the failure to adapt to customer preferences. Blockbuster had every opportunity. It had the brand, the cash, the infrastructure. At one point, it could have bought Netflix, led the streaming era, and still owned Friday Night. But it didn't. And history doesn't wait for companies that hesitate. The story of Blockbuster is more than a business case study. It's a reminder that in a world moving fast, adaptation isn't optional. Even giants can fall if they don't evolve. Netflix wasn't just a disruptor. It was the future, and the future always arrives, whether you're ready or not. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on which company you'd like us to cover next.